Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's different.
It's so fun. You've passed out in Costco?
Pretty
So,
well.
what about Sam's Club? Is Sam's Club worse? This branding that we're talking about isn't Florida, is it? Well, I guess
Have you
it's
ever heard of a place called Disney World?
I'm going to make myself a
maybe
little more
more.
drunk than
I'm
I
gonna
am.
set a timer.
Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Have a
Yeah,
shot.
of course. Chug, 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 chug. Set a timer
I'll say it all.
for 10 minutes.
I want nicotine. Let me just think. Okay. Hi! You know me. It's Garrett with justtodayparadise.com. I'm drinking. And yeah, this is a to-go margarita here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a beautiful movie. One of my favorites. Toy Story. You open up this beautiful montage of just, of background, of a wallpaper background. Cowboys and, the plains of Texas. And you see these two hands holding this beautiful rag, what's it called? It's called a
Ragtime.
it's
Ragdoll?
called a toy. It's called a toy.
Ragdoll.
Ragdoll.
Rag toy. We're gonna call it a rag toy.
That's a rag. That's not a word.
You don't know his name's Woody yet, but his name's Woody. You see them playing in this really great song called "You've Got a Friend in Me" by who's the name of the guy?
Randy something.
Randy Newman.
Yeah.
It's Randy Newman. You can just tell that this toy is just beloved by this child. All the toys are alive. They're all talking, they're all hanging out, but Woody is kind of the mayor of the toy town in Andy's room. And he's talking about how, what they need to do to make sure that everything is correct for Andy. So it's Andy's birthday. What happens at a birthday?
Cake. Presents?
Well, yes and yes. But what isn't a present? Toys.
A toy.
Toys. So they're all nervous about the new toy. They send the army men down with the baby monitor so they can, tell them what's going on. The mission goes pretty well. Then one more present comes out. One more. And they don't know what it is. They get to this last present and the army men are shook. You see this shadow of a box and you don't see what's inside. And they all run upstairs to go play with it. And all the toys get spooked because it's like, oh my god, Andy's coming, oh my god, Andy's coming. They all just fall like this. Like that. But you don't hold the drink like that. They all kind of, do their own thing. Woody gets pushed off the bed as the kids come in. And he's kind of reassuring the townspeople everything's gonna be okay. He jumps back on the bed and he sees this figure in this spacesuit. He comes up to him. Well, he hasn't come up to him yet, and you see Buzz kind of become alive essentially. He is not aware that he is an action figure / toy, and he thinks he's on a new planet. And Woody essentially is trying to tell him, he's part of this room now. He's one of Andy's toys, and he's just not getting it. It comes down to Woody is jealous of how much Andy is playing with Buzz. He's not getting played with enough. He's not getting slept with. It's a wrong way to put it, it seems like. Woody does something pretty, pardon my French, shitty. And he knocks the remote control car, RC, into Buzz as he's going to save a toy. Turns out Buzz gets knocked out the window and, Woody gets reprimanded for it. And, he goes out the window. Buzz and Woody, go to a gas station. They end up getting picked up by the Pizza Planet truck. They're over at Pizza Planet, essentially. And Buzz jumps into the claw machine because he thinks it's a rocket ship. Woody follows him. And a man that I haven't mentioned yet, named Sid. Not a good guy. He messes with toys, he blows them up, and all that kind of stuff.
Describe the aliens in the claw machine in one word.
Derpy.
Do it again. Look.
So Buzz Buzz and Woody are in the claw machine, and Sid comes up. And he, goes into the claw machine, and he picks an alien first, and then he goes again. And he gets grabbed by Sid, starts pulling him up, and then Buzz like that. Like that. And so Woody's holding on for dear life, and so they both come up together, and Sid thinks he has double prizes at that point. And so Sid brings them back to his house. So Woody and Buzz are cornered by these weird mutant toys. Buzz ends up, getting out of the room, goes into another room, and he sees this commercial. And the person on the commercial is very similar to him, and he realizes that it's a commercial for a toy. And it's him. Tries to jump off the ledge, try and fly to infinity and beyond, but he falls. His arm falls off. So it's a great song, and it's Randy Newman. It's him singing about how he'll never fly, and you see it pan out on him as he's just looking at his arm.
Hold on.
Thank you, Stephanie.
She slammed the door.
I know. I was like.
All right.
Faster it's over.
Alright, you see the camera pan out on Buzz as he's lying in the middle of the stairs with one arm gone and just being defeated. It goes into, Woody and Buzz, Woody saying, "We gotta get out of here." Buzz is essentially, at this point, institutionalized. Woody's friends bring over a ladder, essentially, to bring them back over. They don't realize that Buzz is with him. They think Woody's lying, and, Woody does some stupid stuff, pretends that Buzz is really with him, even though he's, freaking crazy, down the floor. Buzz ends up getting caught by Sid, and Sid brings him to the backyard. Woody makes a plan with these mutated toys that turns out the mutated toys aren't that bad. They're pretty great, and they're just mutated because Sid did it to them. And they make this great plan to get Woody in the backyard and get Buzz out of there. And one thing I didn't remember to say was Andy and his family are moving. So this is moving day, and so if they get left behind, they get left behind. Woody and Buzz, they get out, they start running towards the truck. They don't make it, and how does that work actually? Somehow, with my alcohol brain, the RC car gets with Woody and Buzz, and they're driving towards the truck, and Sid's dog is chasing them, all that kind of stuff. It's crazy, so much stuff. They're just, everything you can think of is going on, and they end up back on the RC car. They run out of gas. Woody remembers from a time Sid burned him with a magnifying glass, that if they use, the glass on Buzz's Space Ranger helmet, that they could make the firework that was connected to Buzz light. He realizes, oh, I just lit a firework, and they start. And they fly up, and Buzz does this cool move. He presses the button, and his wings fly out, knock the fireworks off of him, and they start, essentially flying. He's like, "Buzz, you're flying." He's like, "This isn't flying. This is falling with style." Revert back to what I hadn't have said when Buzz was pretending to fly. And they fall a little loop-de-loop and fall directly into Andy's mom's car in the box. And Andy's like, "Oh my God, Woody and Buzz, they're here."
So what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story, first off, is don't judge a book by its cover. No, that's a little... don't judge Buzz Lightyear by its cover. Megan?
Well, don't assume he can actually fly.
No, don't assume that he's only a dickhead. Turns out he's pretty great. Oh, fine. What's the moral of the story then? Drunk Disney is something very new, and we're going to be doing it as much as we can. And I'd love for you guys to like and subscribe to it. This is episode 1 of a million. So in the comments of this video, I want you to see I want you to tell us about a really good movie we should talk about.
What would happen if you found out that you were a toy?
I mean, if I was a toy, I mean, I wouldn't even think that I was. I couldn't even explain it.